What is up, guys? Rick Cacus here, and today we are going to be discussing some Borderlands 3 news. Now, Borderlands is a franchise that is near and dear to my heart. Actually, before I did Destiny content, I was a Borderlands 2 YouTuber way back in the day. And so I'm very much looking forward to Borderlands 3, and judging from your guys' comments, I assume a lot of you guys are as well. So, what is going on in the world of Borderlands? Well, to be quite honest, not too much. Some of the stuff we're going to be discussing is rumors and speculation, but it is still substantial in terms of Borderlands 3 news, because Borderlands 3 has been so incredibly secretive. All we've really known up to this point is the fact that Borderlands 3 is being worked on, and a little tidbit of information, reportedly 90% of Gearbox Studio is working on Borderlands 3. So clearly they're focused on that and not Battleborn 2 or something of the like. But also we did get that tech demo showcasing that of course the game was in existence and some of the neat technical aspects like how fluid interacts with the environment and so forth, but that's more neat and less substantial information that people really want to know about. So what's been happening recently? Well, the first thing we're going to talk about is something I'm sure a lot of you guys are interested in, which is the release date. When the heck is Borderlands 3 coming out? Well, apparently, Borderlands 3 is going to release in March 2019 or sooner. Now, this information comes from Take-Two, the publishing company that owns several developers, Gearbox notably, and Rockstar also notably, who made, of course, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead and so on. And they have said, they released a statement to investors because of course they're a publicly owned company and they're answerable to their investors. And they said 2019 is going to be a record year for net bookings and record net cash. And of course people asked, well, why is that? 2019 is a record year, what's happening 2019? Well, of course, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out. But it has been dialed back, it has been delayed until October 2018. That is the new release date for Red Dead Redemption 2. And that doesn't leave a lot of the 2019 fiscal year left. And remember, the fiscal year ends in March 2019. Well, of course, again, people asked this, said if Red Dead is coming out at the very tail end of your fiscal year, and although Red Dead Redemption is a very popular franchise, it's nowhere near as popular as Grand Theft Auto. Is that really going to be enough to get these records you keep talking about? And they actually responded and said that aside from Red Dead Redemption 2, quote, one of 2K's biggest franchises would be getting released within this fiscal year. So again, the window ends March 2019. And that's of course where we're talking about that being a potential date for Borderlands 3. One of 2K's biggest franchises. Well, what could that be? Everyone immediately thought, well, Borderlands. It has been so anticipated for so long. But remember, there are other franchises that 2K does own, most notably BioShock. However, BioShock Infinite, although it was critically received, financially did not actually do that well. And that's what really put BioShock on hold for such a long time. So coming back with BioShock, although it is a pretty big franchise, that's not going to be a record breaker, right? That doesn't indicate completely 2019 we're blowing all the other years away. And remember, they're talking about years period, so they had Grand Theft Auto 5 released for 2 generations of consoles not too long ago, and they're saying 2019 is going to beat that. What other franchise could possibly be big enough? It's gonna be Borderlands 3, right? That is the only logical thing, aside from 2K speaking out of their butts here and just trying to get investors excited. That's a possibility, but it does look like Borderlands 3 does have a legitimate chance to have a release window within the 2019 fiscal year. And if this does happen, most notably, Borderlands 3 is going to compete with Anthem, which has just been confirmed to be being delayed until, again, March 2019 or sooner. EA is doing the exact same thing with trying to fit a major release within the 2019 fiscal year window. Now, of course, both Borderlands 3 and Anthem are, in essence, looter shooters. There does seem to be some massive differences between the two franchises. Of course, we don't know too much about Anthem. It hasn't released yet, and it doesn't have any precursors like Borderlands, of course, does. But it is going to be interesting to see those two games potentially have to duke it out in the looter shooter market. But moving on from there, we actually have some more Borderlands 3 news. Now this involves Elon Musk, the billionaire who owns Tesla cars and SpaceX and a bunch of stuff. You may be wondering, what the heck does this guy have anything to do with Borderlands? That's a good question. But he was actually tweeting about, he owns a company called The Boring Company, and he's selling flamethrowers. No, that's not a joke. Here they are right here. He was joking around on Twitter about him selling flamethrowers and people were buying them and all of that stuff. But then Randy Pitchford, who is the main guy at Gearbox Studios, tweeted at Elon saying, "Elon, I'm going to add this to our next Borderlands game. Super serious. Let me know if you want to write the flavor text. You may already have done so. We'll just lift it from one of your tweets." And Elon Musk himself actually responded saying, "Sure." Now this is of course interesting because does this confirm that flamethrowers are coming as a gun type in Borderlands 3? Well, quite possibly. If you look at Randy Pitchford's wording, he isn't saying, "I want to add a gun inspired by this." He says, "I'm going to add this to our next Borderlands game." This as in the flamethrower. So if there is flamethrowers in Borderlands 3, that is a big deal. Now, Borderlands the pre-sequel didn't get a lot of love, and frankly, it's not that good of a Borderlands game. I still think it's a fun game, but one of the biggest innovations with Borderlands the pre-sequel was the introduction of lasers, and just the variety of lasers you could come by. Depending on what manufacturer made the laser, you had drastically different lasers within the game, and they were super fun to use, and I think a great addition to the game. So if Borderlands 3 does have another new gun type in flamethrowers, I'm really interested to see the difference between a bandit flamethrower and a Hyperion flamethrower. You could really do some cool stuff with, how far the flames go, how much damage they do. Perhaps the more damaging ones would be a shorter flame reach, and then you could have some of them would light the ground on fire and some of them wouldn't. Perhaps some would spread the flames from enemy to enemy. Like, that would be really, really sweet, and even just thinking about it makes me stoked for Borderlands 3. There is another possibility that it is going to be a weapon inspired by these events, even though Randy Pitchford didn't say so. Perhaps it's just a SMG with fire damage that lights people on fire. Think about a Hellfire, but it has flavor text and it's modeled after one of these Boring Company flamethrowers. That is possible. It's a lot more lame to think of that possibility, but we do need to talk about, everything that could possibly happen. And so guys, that is it for the Borderlands 3 news up to this point. I wish I had more, but again, Borderlands 3 is being incredibly secretive. We may see a Borderlands 3 trailer this E3 2018, and in fact, if this release date window is to be believed, we will absolutely see an E3 Borderlands 3 trailer. Why? Because E3 2018 is the only E3 that happens before it would eventually come out, and getting your trailer out during E3 is huge for exposure. In any event, guys, again, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed and want to see more Borderlands 3 content, be sure to slap that subscribe button. If you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.